Okay, welcome back, everybody. In this episode, we are going to create a simulation class. Um, this class, there's not going to be that much happening in there for this episode. Um, yeah, that's it basically. Um, I'm going to create a new script. I call it simulation.js. Press enter, and there we go. And I call it, class simulation. And in this one, I'm gonna add a constructor, but I'm not gonna use it now. I just leave it empty. I'm gonna use that later on. And now we have two main methods, two important methods. We're gonna split our, we're gonna split basically two operations, important operations. The first operation is our update method, and the second one is our draw method. Obviously, in the draw method, we're gonna draw everything, every shape, every constraint. We're gonna implement everything which needs to be drawn. And in the update method, we're gonna update, for example, the positions of everybody. And yeah, that's that's it basically. And for this, I'm just gonna create a method update. We need a delta time here to update the positions of objects. And for the draw method, I'm gonna give it a context. Actually, you don't need to give that a context, and you will see me probably doing that without giving it a parameter, because we declared the context here as global, so you can access it everywhere. Yeah, but I'm gonna give it anyway. I'm gonna do that anyway like this. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm gonna complete the update method. It's not that much. It's just some console logs to make sure everything works. And just say here that the mouse position, the mouse position of the X component is the mouse pos 0, and then for the Y position, it's mouse pos of the first component, of the second component actually. And then another console log for our mouse. Oh, I forgot the console.log here. Oops. And that's just basically says if the button is pressed for the for the left part and for the right part. So left one, that's mouse down left. And for the right one, button right pressed plus mouse down right, mouse down right. Yep, that's right. And then for the draw part, it's a bit of a shame that I removed the drawing thing from the rectangle, because then I just could copy and paste it now. Now I have to write it again. Well, not a problem. Just again begin path. Then the rectangle itself, rectangle, ctx rect, and then 20, 40 for the position, and 50 and 50 for the width and for the height. Then a color, ctx.fill style is, I'm just setting it to red, and then ctx fill, and canvas context close path. There we go. Okay. So this should now work. I'm just gonna add here another console log for the delta time. There we go. Now that's our basic simulation class. We need to add that to the main HTML. That's quite easy. We just need to add or include our script, and I'm gonna do it like this. I'm just say script source is simulation.js and close, and there we go. It's in the same folder, so I don't need to jump around, but we're gonna see how to do that later when our project is getting a bit more complex. Okay, and then for the almost last part, we need to create an instance of the simulation, and I'm going to create it under these variables, and I just call it let simulation. Oops, no, I want it a lowercase simulation, and I just call it new simulation. There we go. Oops, and then just copy that and add this to the update simulation function we declared a couple of episodes ago. First one I'm going to call update with the delta time, and then I'm going to call draw with our canvas context. Okay, so that's almost everything. One really last thing I want to add is a well, it's gonna be good if you have a chance to keep track of keyboard input to also to move objects. This is going to be our way, or our first possibility, or our first way to move objects, because dragging objects is a bit more complicated. And we will get to this later on. But our first interaction will be with the keyboard itself. So I'm just gonna add a on keyboard pressed method, or on keyboard pressed method inside the simulation class with the event, and then I'm just call console.log again with the keyboard pressed with event key code. All right, that's now really everything for the simulation class. Of course, we need to call that on keyboard pressed. For this we can copy one of these methods or event listeners. I'm gonna paste one above here, just remove everything inside it and change mouse up to key down. And then just call simulation on keyboard pressed, because I probably miswrite everything. I'm gonna copy it and of course give it the event. Okay, so now we can test if we did everything right. Probably not. It's gonna be a lot of time the case that I miswrite some things at least, and we need to check for errors. Okay, so let's check. Just save everything and refresh. And there we go. actually works. Awesome. What I'm gonna do, um, I'm going to, where do I print the delta time? Um, that's the mouse, mouse down, mouse up, mouse move. Ah, yeah, right. I'm printing it here. Yeah, okay. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, but it does work. Mouse down left is true. When I press the mouse button right, it's true too. Yeah, and this one we can actually disable too. I don't know if you really need the right mouse button. Let's see later. But yeah, everything works. That's everything for this episode. In the next episode, we are going to create a vector class with with not every vector operation, but with a basic set of vector operations to work with. Um, that should be enough for our first, tests, let's say. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you in the next episode. Bye.